What is up, gamers? It's TZV, and as some of you may know, I am a lover of Oblivion. It is one of my favorite games of all time, and supposedly there is a remake coming out soon, this summer, of Oblivion. Now, first of all, I was skeptical. I was like, oh, you sure? You know, I was really expecting that this summer, maybe they drop it, maybe the Xbox event, maybe the Fallout Day, or the Elder Scrolls Day, or whatever they would drop, like maybe a hint on a remaster. Also, I feel like Oblivion, which is kind of not up to par nowadays with the lack of dungeon design and the, 6 voice actors, which I think is a charm to the game, but the dungeon design is pretty bad, and a couple other features like the archery, the blocking, stuff like that, which is not really up to par. But of course, the game came out in 2006, which is almost 10 years old, 20 years old. 20 years old, that's crazy. But I really feel like there are other Elder Scrolls or Bethesda game studio games that could be remade instead, that are a lot harder to play. Of course, Arena, Daggerfall, Battlespire, even that game, Redguard, Morrowind would be my pick for a remake or a remaster, because if you start off like me, start off with Oblivion, Morrowind is a big technical, big drawback, because it's not as accessible as Oblivion, because, not fully voice acted, you gotta read, no quest markers, it's like, oh, you're not a true RPG gamer. And Morrowind's, one of the best Elder Scrolls games ever. People love it more than Skyrim, but I just never really got into it, because it's like a hard drawback to me, a kid trying to get into Morrowind. It's like, oh, I'm bored, I don't want to read this much. I read at school, but as an adult, I've been trying to get into it. But I think that would be a better remake. And even looking outside of the Elder Scrolls, I think Fallout 3 would make good for a remake, because for a long time Fallout 3 was not even accessible on the PC because of the game system thing that was out of date, that you couldn't play the game unless you downloaded a mod. But they fixed that. But I feel like Oblivion is not the needed game to be remade. Of course, I don't think Skyrim was a needed game to be remade, and they fucking remade Skyrim 5, 6, 7, 8 times. So, I don't know. It's kind of leaving me scratching my head, because I am skeptical about the Oblivion remake. And I'm excited about it too, a little bit, because it's one of my favorite games and I love to see what they do. But I just feel like it is a game that shouldn't really be remade, where you have other games that people would really, really enjoy being remade, like Morrowind, Elder Scrolls, like Daggerfall, games that are not really good accessible. Like, take the story from Arena, take the story from Daggerfall. Don't make the map as big. Maybe like half the size, half the dungeons and stuff. I mean, of course, the main reason is remaking Daggerfall, remaking Arena, even remaking Morrowind is such a huge challenge, because you have to pretty much make a new game. With remaking Oblivion, you don't really have to do as much, and I think that is the reason why they chose Oblivion, because it is quote-unquote the easiest game to remake out of the Elder Scrolls. Of course, there goes Bethesda, but I mean, I'm excited. Like I said, I think Fallout 3 would be a better remake. Fallout New Vegas, maybe, just updated graphics and stuff would be cool. Even Fallout 1 and Fallout 2, even though it's not Bethesda, I think that would be freaking amazing to have a remake, because once again, that is another game with drawbacks that is nothing like the Bethesda games. And whenever you start off with like Fallout 3, it's hard to go back to Fallout 1 and 2, because there's a lot of reading, a lot of like classic RPG stuff, and great stories. People love those games. If you like first person it, and like instead of top down, do like first person, third person mode, that'd be huge. I know I was 5 minutes into the video, but now we're going to talk about what they're going to improve. Their main focuses on the Oblivion remake is archery, blocking, the HUD, which is stupid, sneak skills, and some other stuff. I think dialogue, like reactions of characters. Now let's start with the first one. I forgot what I said in order. Let's start with archery, right? I don't think archery in Oblivion is the worst. It's not amazing. I don't really do archery. I normally do no combat. and stuff, but I think it's okay, right? They want to make that stealth archer build, you know, but I'm not really complaining about it. Like, that's not my main focus I would care about. My main focus would 100% be on the dungeons, making them more unique. No freaking, please do not use any generation, because that would suck. Because look at Starfield. I don't want to go into a dungeon and see the exact same enemies in the exact same spaces. Go back to that later. Second, blocking. I mean, it's a blocking system. It's just putting your arm up and doing this, you know. And I think it's okay. I guess they could improve it a little bit. The HUD, they want to improve the HUD, and in the article it says make it look nicer and cleaner for younger gamers. And I'm having a question. The HUD looks pretty good. If you played Oblivion, you know what I'm talking about. The HUD's pretty simple. You have your health bar, you have your stamina bar, you have your magicka, and you have a little mini map like right here of like the surrounding areas with a compass on it, and then you have what spell you have and like what weapon you have equipped. It is one of the simplest HUDs I've ever seen. Cleanest HUDs. I mean, it's kind of big, but it's a clean HUD. It's not like that crazy. Like Skyrim's HUD's a little bit cooler because, you know, your health, magic, and stamina go away if you're not using it. But I think I like to see Oblivion's HUD. I think Oblivion's HUD's great. I don't think you should change it. I think it's a fun thing. I guess you can improve it a little bit, but just trying to appeal to younger gamers is stupid. It's a fucking remake, all right, of a game that is from 2006, all right. I don't think a lot of young gamers, it's also rated M. So I don't think a lot of people who are like in their teens are gonna look and go, oh my god, look, Oblivion, that's crazy, I'm gonna play that game. No. And I guess I am a younger gamer, I guess, but like, I don't need you to appeal to me because, I don't care, man. Like, I grew up with this shit, you know what I'm saying? Other than that, they also said reactions, and I think that's important because a lot of people in Oblivion react the same. Of course, there's like 8 voice actors for all the NPCs. I think that's the charm of the game. I really think, I hope they don't change that. I think they probably will. Maybe do a little like face tracking, maybe change the NPCs, how the NPCs react, how the NPCs look, and their voices, maybe change the voice lines and stuff and make it more unique. Of course, I think the dialogue system does kind of age pretty badly because it's just like rumors, like one words. You know, I don't want like the Fallout 4 system where it's just like you ask a question is totally different than what you said. Like sarcastic, and it's like, oh my god, I'm sorry, oh my god. There we go. And yeah, I think they can improve that. I think they could improve the combat in the game. Enemies are really spongy. That's kind of a drawback. I normally play Oblivion kind of on easy mode because I want to enjoy the game. I think they make that better. Also, I would love if they included more things in this game. We're getting Sky Oblivion very soon as well, and that is going to be free versus probably a $30 to $40 to $50 to $60 fucking remake. So that's a big thing, because if the remake is not better than Sky Oblivion, which I feel bad, I feel terrible for Sky Oblivion. They've been working on this for over 10 years, it feels like, and they're almost done. And Oblivion, I mean, Bethesda's like, no, you do not get to remake Oblivion without remaking Oblivion. So yeah, I'm really excited. Apparently they're gonna, like, maybe in the Direct they're gonna do it, but some people say they're not gonna do it in the Direct, they're gonna release it later, which is kind of crazy because it's like it's gonna come out in July or the summer. It's not that far away. You should please release it so people can get hyped about it or look at it and feel like a certain way about it. What do I feel about it? I feel that Oblivion is a game that may have some flaws. It is a little dated, but overall it is a charm to play. Even in 2025, Oblivion is fun. The story, great stories, great quests, like writing, you know. Some quests are kind of fetchy, but they're all right. My only problems with Oblivion is if you go and really explore the world, it's beautiful, in my opinion, but the dungeons aren't really that rewarding as in Skyrim, where every single dungeon has a chest at the end with loots or a rare item or something. In Oblivion, there's not really that much stuff. You may get 6 gold at the end chest, or find 20 gold on your way and like a cool sword. Some dungeons are cool, some dungeons are handcrafted. Other dungeons are copy and paste. In my opinion, that is the drawback of Oblivion. But overall, it's great. What I would like to see again from the remake is maybe remake the cities. Make the cities bigger, make the cities more bustling, do more stuff like that. Maybe fix the AI walk patterns and stuff. You know, I think the walk patterns are fine. There's that AI that always dies because she's like triggered to walk all the way to, like, she lives in Burma and she has to walk all the way to Anvil or something because like they forgot how to like program that. It's just a funny thing like that. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm kind of hesitant to be excited because, you know, Bethesda's recent track history has been very, very, very bad. I do really like that they've really improved Fallout 76. Fallout 4, of course, may not be a masterpiece like everyone was expecting it to be, but it was still a good game. Fallout 76 launch was dog shit, but they fixed it, and that takes some, like, good job, Bethesda. I'm really proud of you guys for doing that. I mean, you should have released a finished project at launch, but you know what, at least you didn't give up on it, like a lot of companies would have. EA, PlayStation, but Starfield just really threw me. Cyberpunk does it better. I mean, it's not even really related to Cyberpunk at all, but like the sci-fi stuff. It's just sad. There's a lot of things that they should have done better and should have been there at launch. And then the Shattered Space DLC was a just dog shit thrown at us. Terrible. Something that should have been in the game, charging that much money for it, is god awful. And then their response to it is just stupid. It's sad. There's something in gaming which I don't understand, but I think I finally do. Whenever companies make it big, when you get that big game, it goes from a couple friends, couple, you know, acquaintances chilling in the office for a year, making a fun game and chilling and having a fun time, to we have to impress our you know, stockholders. We have to impress our front office chairman. We have to make our board of trustees happy, make them money, 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 money. By doing that, we don't care anymore about our employees. Because it doesn't make any sense. I've said this a million times myself. I don't understand. The team that made Oblivion was less than like 200. The team that made Morrowind was less than like that. The team that made Skyrim was not even that many. Now Bethesda has 3 studios. They're owned by Microsoft, so they have endless money. They have endless employees. They have so many employees, so many people, and their games are not as good as they used to be back in the day. It's because the heart isn't there. I think a lot of gaming companies really only try to make games because the heart. They let their loyal employees walk so they can be more, you know, hire more young people or hire more other people to, you know, drive up the sales of the game, get people excited for it, you know, spend a lot on advertising and stuff. But they really lose what's important about games. I think that's why recently the indie gaming sphere has done way better than the AAA. I mean, look at the Game Awards. Alright, the only reason why fucking the PlayStation game won it is because the Game Award has like a fucking boner for PlayStation games. But I mean, it is a fun game. You know what I'm saying? The other 3 games, like the other games up there, was a remake, which I don't think should be offered for Game of the Year, and like 2 remakes, and a fucking indie game, and another game from not a huge studio. So, I mean, times are turning in gaming, and really big companies have to understand what is happening. They have to listen to their fans, and that's something that Bethesda's not doing. Right? But Oblivion Remaster is a good chance to try to make it right. Of course, I don't think Bethesda Game Studios is the main studio working on this, but of course, this is your property. You have to be nice with your property. Of course, the last time you trusted another developer with your property, I guess that's Elder Scrolls Online. I mean, I think that game's good, but Fallout New Vegas, best Fallout game, you know? So maybe this is going to be great. But what you can't do is this can't be a bad release. This can't be a buggy release, because you have competition. You have a free mod that you're going against. people, volunteers, putting in work and effort to make what you're making. You have competition here. Now, in my opinion, I am on the side of Sky Oblivion. I will probably want to play Sky Oblivion before I give $40, $50, $60 to Bethesda. I have to be honest, right? I have to think with my brain, not with my heart. My heart's all on Bethesda. I love Bethesda. They have a couple of my favorite games. I spent thousands of hours in their games. They escaped me from hard times and stuff. I absolutely love it. Todd Howard, you know? But I have to be honest. I have to be smart and think like we can't deal with this stuff anymore. And the really only way to realize that, the only way to show that is to not buy the games. And I think that's the problem. This is a long video. I'm just ranting at this point. But I think that's the problem with gamers like us. We don't realize how much our voices matter. If we rise up, rise up, gamer. But you know, if like for example, I can use a good example. Madden fucking football sucks dog shit. Like it sucks donkey dick. Right? It's terrible. And I am a fan of the NFL. I have played previous Madden games, like on Xbox 360 and stuff, and they were actually playable. I got EA Access because I wanted to look at some EA Access titles or whatever the fuck that subscription is. It was like $10 a month or whatever. I'm like, I want to play that space and stuff. I got it. I downloaded Madden just to try it because it's been a while. I haven't bought a Madden since like 18. And it was terrible. The UI sucked. The gameplay sucked. It was a terrible game. And with EA Access, you can play the game before it. I played a game before it, like, oh, maybe the game the year before is good. It's the same game. Same UI. Terrible UI. Same terrible gameplay. And the graphics don't even look better than the 2018 version. You know why EA doesn't give a fucking dog like, you know why EA doesn't care? Because people still buy the games. There's still a thriving community who play the game. There's still people that they still make billions of dollars off of their Ultimate Team. That's why they don't care. They could give a fucking rat's ass if people like the game or not. All they fucking see is money signs. We're money signs. We are, oh shit. They're trying to silence me. We are money signs to these big mega corporations. We are dollar signs. Alright, I mean, that's equals to everything. But at least for gamers, we want the product to be good. We are dollar signs. If we stop being dollar signs, stop buying their games, make them lose money, then they will fucking listen. But I don't know. I don't know if that's a good strategy. Because what EA may do is they may just close a fucking promising studio like they always fucking do. I fucking hate you, EA. You buy promising studios that have made great games. You make them make a shitty game you made. Take the IP, destroy the company, and then own the IP and do fucking fuck all with it. Make one game or something. And then like, okay, cool, yeah. Yeah, this is fucking cool. So many companies do that. It's freaking annoying. I hope Xbox doesn't do that. Microsoft, please don't do that with fucking. But that's it. Anyway, 2025, now with the Oblivion remake coming out this year, possibly, is a huge year for games. GTA 6, Oblivion remaster, so many things. I'm freaking so excited. I hope they all pan out to be great. It has been a long time since we had a stacked year like we have this year. I mean, last Game Awards, literally, it was a platformer, a card game, a Souls-like game, and then 2 fucking games that already fucking remasters. Which I don't think should be qualified for Game of the Year because it's a remaster. It's like fucking Skyrim Legacy Edition should be classified for Game of the Year. I'm just going off. I hate, even though we're talking about Oblivion remaster, I kind of hate how, you know, like it's so expensive. Like it shouldn't be. But I mean, that makes sense, right? That stuff makes sense with the, like, Alan Wake 2 or like the, you know, Silent Hill 2 remaster. I mean, that's a long fucking time ago. Same with Oblivion. I don't know. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. What you guys thoughts about Oblivion remaster? Let me know in the comments below. See you guys next time. Peace.